I'm going to be making a Sloth Succulent pot holder today. I got this mould from Temu, so I'm going to be using that, and I've also mixed up some of the Apex Resin Deep Cast, which the lovely ladies over at Just For You Online UK sent me, and this is a 2-to-1 resin. So I've got 200 grams or 200 ml of the resin and 100 ml of the hardener, and I've mixed that for 3 minutes, so that's all good. So I'm just going to split that into 2 pots now. So separate that off into there, and roughly half in each. And then I'm going to put in one some of the Ranger alcohol ink in Sienna. So we're going to put a few drops of that into there. And then in the other one, I'm going to be using the Rolio Caramel mica powder. So let's get this open. And these pots are jam-packed full of mica. So I'm going to, let's swap that one over. That can go into that one. And then I'm just going to scoop out some of that into that one and mix that in thoroughly. So while I'm doing this, I'll just explain what the sloth pot is all about today. So one of my lovely subscribers, Becca, she absolutely adores sloths, even to the fact that her username on YouTube is actually Sloth Mama. And she contacted me and said, could I do anything sloth related? So that's why we're making this little sloth pot today. So that's the caramel. That's a lovely colour. And then I'm just going to mix up the what was this one? Sienna. Don't know if that's looking a bit orangey. What else can I put into there? I want one to be mica and one to be alcohol, so we can get some sort of nice effect going on in here. What else have I got? Let's have a look. Rosewood. Let's add a couple of drops of the rosewood in there as well. See if that takes that orange tint off of there. So let's get that mixed in. Still looking rather orangey. Let's just pop that one to one side for a minute so I don't knock it over. I'll just get some more of the rosewood. I'll put a generous heap of that in there and give that a mix up. I think that's looking a little bit better. Let's see how that's looking now. Oh, I don't know, I think it still needs more. What else could I put in? Oh, what's this one? I should have used this one to start with. Espresso. This is a resin ink. So let's put a few drops of that in there. Get that mixed in. That's looking better. I should have just used it in the first place. I forgot I had that one. That's better. That's better. Right, so I'm just going to pop these two in the vacuum chamber now for 5 minutes, and then we'll be back to pour these. These are both had 5 minutes in the vacuum chamber now. So I'm just going to spray some 99% alcohol just into this mould here, and then all I'm going to do is alternate between the two. Some of that, some of that, some of that. Mica, alcohol, mica, alcohol, mica, alcohol, mica, alcohol. I'm just going to scrape out these pots, and hopefully we'll get a nice effect going on there with the different browns there. One being a mica and one being a alcohol ink. So let's just get the last little bit in here. It's not quite up to the top. I'm not sure whether that will matter or whether I need to make up a little bit more. But I think he should be okay. So we're just going to, let's just scrape out the last little dregs from here. Because once you leave your pot sat for a bit, all the stuff that's down the sides tends to give you a little bit extra. So just scrape out all of that. Then I'm just going to give the top a little spritz with some 99% alcohol. Pop that little bubble there, and because it's a 2-to-1 and it's a deep pour, it will take a couple of days to cure, so the bubbles will be able to come out on their own. So we'll leave that to cure now, and then I'll see you in a couple of days. Our little sloth is all cured up now, so let's pop him out and see how he's looking. Let's get this little fella out of this mould. It's a nice soft squishy mould, so it's coming out quite easily. Get that little centre bit out. Pop that back in the right way. Right, so let's have a look. Oh, isn't he cute? He's adorable, isn't he? Yes. Right, let's do something with him, shall we? Got a bit of trimming to do, so let's just tidy up his little bottom. Get some of that overpour off, or underpour. Probably more underpour than overpour. Go all the way around there. Get those sharp bits off. That's better. Oopsie daisies. Right. So let's give this little fella a bit more of a face, shall we? So I think he needs some white round this section here. So I'm just going to colour in around this bit and give that some definition around there. So I'll just pop you on a quick fast forward while I'm colouring in his face.
In the trees where time stands still, hanging loose, such a peaceful thrill. Furry hugs and sleepy eyes, living slow under lazy skies. Oh sloth mama, you're the queen in the hammock dream machine, gliding through the world so chill, teaching patience with your will. Leaves they rustle, but you just sway, moving inches yet make a day. The world moves fast, but not your way. You're the star of the calm ballet. Oh, Sloth Mama, you're the...
Oh, he's coming to life a bit now, isn't he? Right, so let's get a black pan. And I think I'm just going to do his eyes, highlight those in the black. Put a bit of black in there. And his mouth. And his little nose can be black. And then what we need to do is claws. A little black. These black claws, doesn't he? So we get those coloured in.
Sloth Mama, you're the queen in the hammock dream machine, gliding through the world so chill, teaching patience with your will. Leaves they rustle, and you just sway, moving inches yet make a day.
Oh, he's cute, isn't he? He's lovely. So let's have a think what else we could do to him. I've given the white a second coat and I've given the black a second coat, but I've also got some of this metallic gilding polish, and this one's the chocolate bronze. So I thought I could just dab my finger in there and then just highlight his fur a little bit using this. So I'm just going to go over with my finger lightly, and it's a matte mould, so this will give it a little bit of a sheen as well, which would be nice. So we'll just highlight some of his fur with this. You can use a brush, but I do like using my fingers with gilding polish. You can actually feel how much you're putting on a bit better with your finger than what you can with a brush. So just gonna go all over him with some of this, and then that will highlight his fur a little bit more. What do you think? Looks quite cute, doesn't he? So just gonna give him a good all over go with this. Get that into all those little nooks and crannies. Not that there's that many, but we can just highlight his fur with that. You see that? So just need to do his little head now. Put some on his little bonce there. I don't think I'll go around the eyes. I think I'll just leave those as they are. Get that on there. Just gives him a bit of definition in places. Makes that fur stand out a bit more as well. There. He's looking cute, isn't he? Just pop a bit more on his head. And I've also got some, this one's Silver Hessian. So I think I might just add some of that as well, just in certain areas, just to highlight those. not all over like the brown, just in places. Just to give it some highlights, and a little bit on his head there. And a little bit on his back. Let's put some on there. And can you see how it looks a bit more textured now than what it did before? And just finish off a few bits on there. There, how's that looking? That's looking lovely. Just highlight around that pot area. On his forehead. And this needs a bit more down here. A bit down in that bit there. There. He's cute, isn't he? Little cutie pie. So I don't think he would fit a candle in there, and he is supposed to be like a little succulent pot. So I've got this, let's get the dog hair off of it. Got this little fake succulent, so we can put that in there, and then that's our little sloth done. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments. And thank you ever so much for watching my video today, and stay tuned for the pictures at the end, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.
In the trees where time stands still, hanging loose, such a peaceful thrill. Furry hugs and sleepy eyes, living slow under lazy skies. Oh sloth mama, you're the queen, in the hammock dream machine, gliding through the world so chill, teaching patience with your will.